What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Elden Ring build. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my god tier Royal Greatsword build. This one is a combination of two. One, we're going to be focusing on the Royal Greatsword, and then we are also going to put together at the same time the best intelligent build. I'm going to be showing you guys what exactly you need to put in this build to make it very OP and take it to a god tier build. Sorcery is one of the most enjoyable things that you probably could do in Elden Ring. However, when you are combining an intelligent build with a combination of probably the most OP weapon in the game itself that deals tremendous amount of magic, well, today we're going to be destroying and we are going to be pretty much just deleting anything that gets in our way. So as this is going to be focused on a level 150, but I'm also going to be providing for you guys if you are under level, and of course if you are over 150, there are different things that you can do to make this build more OP, but today we're just going to be taking care of 150. And before I get started, I want to ask you guys for a big favor to please like the video, because it does help us out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you guys are new to the channel and this is your first time coming here, hit the subscribe button because we have more Elden Ring builds coming up for you guys, and also Cyberpunk 2077 along with other gaming related videos. Now let's get started with the show, and we of course are going to be focusing on Royal Greatsword and also the Carrion Regal Scepter. I'm going to show you guys why these two are going to be the 1 and 2 punch you guys need to put this god tier build together. That is going to have you guys deal a tremendous amount of physical magic damage that you guys are going to be deleting anything. Now, Royal Greatsword fully leveled up, physical damage 274, and as you guys see, magic is 328. So we are going to be spending more on intelligence than anything else that is going to be in our character status to make sure that we are bringing the magic damage to a full potential. And you guys will see what the Greatsword does. This amazing Royal Greatsword, it has, besides your jumping attack and also your strong attack, and it has the unique skill of Wolf Assault, which does infuse the Greatsword with frost, then performs a forward somersault to plunge into the ground. As you guys see, here it is. Now, it does deal, this assault, what it does 328 damage, and that just knocks any boss, any enemy underneath really easy and really fast. And we are going to be using that special skill in this build, and then we're going to be using the Carrion Regal Scepter. I'm also going to be providing you guys with two different choices in case you don't have this one or you don't have enough points in your intelligence. But the Carrion Regal overall is one of the best, probably the second best glintstone staff that you guys can use in the game, because it does have a low FP consumption, but it also has a high sorcery scaling, which makes this one of the best ones that you can get. Now, if you don't have this, you can also go with the Carrion Glintstone Staff, which it does have a lower FP consumption. And you guys see there, the intelligence requirement is only 24, opposed to our Carrion Regal Scepter, which is 60. And then the other ones you guys could use is going to be the Lucent Glintstone Staff. This one is probably the #1 Glintstone Staff you guys can use in the game. However, even though it does have a sorcery scaling of 339, which is higher than the other one, it does have a high FP consumption. So it's better to use this one because you guys will be in the fight longer and you will be using your FP less than what you guys are going to be doing with the other one. However, later in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys a special talisman that is going to reduce your FP consumption by 25%, giving you an overall 33% advantage of using the FP more, which you're going to be dealing more damage because you guys are going to be using it for less. Later in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys the different locations where you guys can go get all these different items. I just want to show you guys first how to put this god tier build together, and then you guys can go towards the end of the video and check out the rest. Now we're going to be using the Olivinian's Glintstone Crown. This one will give you a 3 additional points to our intelligence, pushing it from 62 to an additional 65 points. And then we're just going to use the Land of River. Just looks cool with this build, and it's a very light one. It does give us a 14 points, which is good enough. However, I'll be showing you guys later in the video what else you guys could do to raise that. And also, if you guys are at a higher level, of course, you can use a different type of armor because you will have different attributes that you can use in the build to help you out and make this build a lot better. Now, Ritual Sword Talisman. This is going to raise the attack power when HP is at a maximum, which is probably what you want to do at level 150, because the stronger you are, the better you're going to be dealing damage. And then we are going to be using the Graven Mask Talisman. This is going to raise all our potency of our sorceries by an additional 8%. We're going to be dealing more damage. So this one is a must to have at level 150 because we want to make sure we deal the most amount of damage. Now, this is what I suggest to you guys. The Primal Glintstone Blade Talisman. This one will consume less FP, but at a maximum HP is reduced. It's going to allow you to use your spells and by an additional 25% because it's going to lower your HP by an additional 10%. However, if you guys are high on vigor, let's just put it like this. If you are above 40 on your attributes points, I would suggest for you guys to get this because you guys will be able to use more of your spells, more of your unique skill that is within this amazing colossal sword. So overall, you guys are going to be dealing more damage because you will have more FP to play with, in that you will be able to stay in the game a lot longer. Now, a couple of suggestions that I probably will give you guys if you are a higher level will be the following. I would use the Radigan icon because this will shorten your spells when you are casting it. It will make them twice as faster, which you guys will be dealing more damage because you are putting out your spell a lot faster. The other one that I probably would suggest is the Old Lord's Talisman. This will extend the spell effect duration a bit longer, which you guys will be deal more damage as you are doing your different type of spells. I also recommend the Godfrey icon. However, this does not work with all the different types of spells. It does work with 2 of the spells that I will be showing you later in the video, and I'll let you guys know which of those 2 are, but I think that is less of importance if you guys are a level 150, but more of an importance if you guys are higher up. However, if you are below 150, I will use the following talisman, guy. I think this is probably one of the best talismans that you guys can use in the game, and it's going to be the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, because this was going to boost your physical damage by 20%, allowing you guys to stay more in the fight. Just put it like this: if you guys are 130, 120, if you guys use this, it's going to help you to stay in the fight because you guys need to distribute your different characters' status points to be able to use this build. And this will allow you to, because you're going to have less vigor, but at the same time you're going to have more defense, so it kind of evens out. Now, to raise this build to a god tier build, we're going to be using 2 of the best crack tiers there are in the game. One is going to be the Magic Shrouding crack tier. This one is going to boost your magic by an additional 10% for an additional 3 minutes. You guys are going to be dealing a tremendous amount of damage for 3 minutes. And then on top of that, we're going to be using the Intelligent, not Crystal tier. Remember, this build is focused on intelligence. The higher you guys go up on intelligence, the more magic damage you are going to do. The great advantage to this build is that we are using the Royal Greatsword, that not only does it have the best magic damage in any weapon in the game itself, but also it has a nice, decent physical damage. You are taking advantage of 2 things in the game. And then the other thing is that it's going to raise our potency on our Carrion Real Scepter, which it works out with 3 different things in this build. So we are going to be very potent in dealing a lot of damage. Now let me show you guys the different type of spells that we are going to be using in this build, along with how you guys can use this build. Okay, the Greatsword is an amazing one to be using with a combination of the spells. As an example, we're going to be going from the beginning. We have the Rock Sling. Now this one here, it does deal a good amount of damage. And then we also have the Terra Magica, along with the Comet Assert. And I'll be showing you guys later on in the video how to use it. Then we have the Royal Greatsword Build. This one here, it does an insane amount of damage. We're talking about over 2,000 damage at a level 150 because of the following reason. The Loretta's Great Bow scales up with the Carrion Real Scepter. Is going to raise the sorcery scaling by 308, and you guys are going to be dealing more damage with the bow itself because the Glintstone Staff, it just raises the potency on that sorcery. And the other one is going to be the Glintstone Stars. It does also scale up with our staff, and you guys are going to be dealing more damage with these two different spells using this Carrion Staff. And the last two spells that I will use in combination are going to be the Terra Magica, which boosts your sorcery by an additional 10-15%. And then we are going to be using Comet Assert. This one will delete just about anything and will do one shot. Will take out just about any boss and any foe in Elden Ring. Really easy, really fast. The only thing is that with the Comet Assert is that it is one hell of a spell that just pretty much drains your FP really fast. And I know you guys will probably be saying, oh, you know, if you're using Comet Assert, yes, you guys can use the different type of criteria. You could use the one that pretty much just holds your FP consumption for about 10 seconds. And then in combination with the different spells that we have in this build. And then as you guys use this, you can also follow it up with the Greatsword, doing that slam that deals just tremendous amount of damage. The Greatsword is just like a safety net that you guys will be using in this game. If you get crowded by so many ads at the same time, you guys could use this very easy and will knock out and destroy anything that gets close to you. And since we are using the following talisman, which is the Primal Glintstone Blade, this one will reduce the FP consumption on this weapon itself. So you guys see that overall we are 150 and we are trying to use all the different type of talismans, the armor and the weapons, and also the crack tiers to put this together and making it a god tier level. Final thoughts about this build. If you guys are around 150 level, what you guys need to make sure is if you go to your character status, we are going to make sure that we use intelligence as our highest. In regards to vigor, is going to be at 40, mine at 41. Mine is going to be very high because we are going to be using all the different type of spells. Endurance is going to be at 24, giving us enough points to be able to use not only the weapons but also the armor itself. Strength and dexterity are going to be at minimum 26 and 18 just for us to be able to use the Greatsword. The great thing about the Royal Greatsword is that we do not need to be high on strength and dexterity. We could be at the lowest because we are going to be dealing more magic than anything else. And that is why we need to have intelligence as our number one, because that is what we're dealing more magic damage. And at 65, we are going to be destroying a lot. And with our crack tier, that is going to raise not only our magic, but also our intelligence by 10 additional points. We are going to be hitting at 75 points, which is just going to delete and just deal a huge amount of damage. Faith and Arcane are going to be at 9. Now, if you guys have any questions in regards to this build, let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to take a look at this video that's popping out right now. It's one of our latest Elden Ring builds. You probably are going to love it if you guys are into builds. Check it out and let me know. The Royal Greatsword can be acquired through the Ranni's quest line will be given to you by Blade once you defeat him in your final combat with him. The Carrion Regal Scepter can be acquired by unlocking the Remembrance of the Full Moon Queen's power by going to Ernia at the round table, and then she will be giving you guys the option. Choose this, the Carrion Regal Scepter, and it's one of the best stabs that you guys will be getting in the game. The Olivinius Glintstone Crown can be found. It be looted by a dead corpse that is narrow in a narrow path that leads back to the schoolhouse classroom side of the Rias Lucerna Academy. You need to pass through the illusionary, and you guys will be able to jump to the balcony onto the left, and then you guys will find it around there. And if you come to the map, and it's going to be around this section that you guys see here. The Ritual Sword Talisman can be found by the Linden section, which is around here, and is going to be located north of the Locks Ruins. The Graven Mask Talisman that raises your sorcery potency by 8% can be located way up here by the Nose Mountain section, and is going to be inside of the Albanuric Rice. Go inside there, and is going to be inside of a chest. The Primal Glintstone Blade Talisman can be acquired. You just need to travel a little bit up near the snow section, and it's going to be inside of the Stargazer's Ruin. Once you guys come here, it will be locked. You guys will be talking to a jellyfish. What you guys need to do to be able to enter is you guys need to summon your spirit jellyfish that you guys were able to acquire at the beginning of the game to be able to unlock the seal. Once you unlock the seal, just keep going down, and there's going to be a chest underground the area near the center of the ruins. Open it, and then you guys will have the talisman. Shard of Alexander can be acquired by defeating Alexander. This is towards the end of the quest line. Once you take him out, then he will be give you guys the Shard of Alexander talisman.